Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 23 and it is time for the Sachsenring. It is round 7 of our championship and look at the state of that qualifying. Here in the German GP we will be starting from dead last by a country mile. So yes, as expected, I have been dreading this race all since Portimao probably. I know this one's going to be horrible, but I'm just going to have to give it my best shot. Here is the sprint here in the Sachsenring GP, the German GP. Let's see what we can do. Not a bad start, I guess, after having that abysmal start with which you cannot compete with against AI. I'm just going to be as aggressive as I possibly can because I'm desperate to even find a single point. We are actually ahead of Brad Binder as we make a bit of contact. Oh, I don't know what happened to Binder, but it looked like he got sent extremely wide, and there has been yellow flags out, so maybe we have a chance after all as long as we can attain some sort of points. But I just know in the Grand Prix it's going to be damn near impossible. I mean, this sprint is going to be impossible. I think this is the highest we'll get. The AI in the... Oh, too eager on the power there. But the AI in this circuit are just absolutely untouchable. They are ridiculously good. Oh my god, Miguel Oliveira, that was an aggressive lunge. Don't think he expected me to cut back up on the inside. Or around the outside, should I say. But this is it. We've seen this in Moto 2, and I think we've seen it in Moto 3 as well. I actually reduced the difficulty down for Moto 3, but for Moto 2 and MotoGP, we are still on 120% difficulty AI, and as you can see, they just pull away. There is nothing I can do as a player to be competitive with them. My lap times are just significantly slower. With this gas, with us being significantly lower on power, it's just a shocking show for us. So around the outside of Aleix Espargaro to get back into the top 10. But I fear now that, yeah, he's probably going to attack me back going into the Omega corner for turn 3. But holding our own for now, 5/10 of a second is the gap. In fact, actually it's gone to a second, so something must have happened to the Aprilia behind us. But the gap to Maverick, yeah, look at him. Look at them just disappear away from me. And I'm not the strongest here in this game. I'm not the strongest on MotoGP 23. And I might not be the strongest on the grid. I would say Pecco Bagnaia has certainly got that distinction. But I'm not that bad at this game to be this slow. The AI are just ridiculous around here. I think one of the qualifying sessions, I think it was the first free practice I did, I was around 4 or 5 seconds behind from Bastianini's time, or Pecco's, I can't remember who it was one of the Ducatis, and I instantly knew then this was going to be a dreadful weekend. I knew it even going into this one, before this one. I said it in the Mugello Grand Prix, I said it in Le Mans. I knew this was going to be a terrible showing for me, and honestly, it's frustrating, but I'm sure the good times will come. We go to Assen after this one, a circuit which I absolutely adore, so I'm hoping we can really turn things around. But for now, this is the MotoGP sprint, and we're 3 seconds behind Maverick Vinales, and surprisingly, we're actually holding on to 10th place. Now, we may not earn any points, but what we will get is some credit from the gas and the fans, and they'll respect the fact that we have been able to fight in the top 10 positions, and we should then keep our reputation growing. And as long as that increases, I think that's when gas start to give you more chances. That and completing objectives, and the issue here is that we're 5 points behind Brad Binder. I'm not going to claim any points, and neither is he. So that means that we will lose our objective which we've had against Brad Binder for the past 3 Grand Prix. It looked wonderful in Le Mans. It looked pretty good in the sprint in Mugello, but then unfortunately everything got turned around when we didn't have the best of races in Mugello. And of course the full wet condition race in Le Mans also was a bit of a disaster for us, as we didn't acquire a single point and also finished dead last, which is of course another embarrassment to add to this year's tally. As Aleix Espargaro goes up on the inside into the Queckenberg corner. Look at this with the... Oh my god, with the... Oh, Lord almighty, Espargaro. What? The ejector seat on the Aprilia RSGP launches the Spaniard into the air and out of this German GP. Good Lord, what was that? Lord almighty, that was horrific. I was just about to compare the speed that the Aprilia got compared to ourselves. That was unexpected. I hope he's okay, but I don't think he'll be finishing this race, unless that's him at the very back. He's going into the Omega corner now after the first split. Possibly. And look at that gap. That is a ridiculous gap. From Pecco to Bastianini is probably, what, sorry, excuse me, it's actually Bastianini who's leading the way. He's probably a second or two, maybe a second ahead of Pecco. And then the gap there to Zarco in third is huge. And then from that, that's a 5-second gap from Vinales to me. What has happened in this German GP? I was kind of hoping it would be a bit of a crash fest for the other riders. Oh my god! Luca up on the inside. I don't know what he's complaining about. That was really aggressive and I did not see that coming. I'm a sitting duck here. I am effectively what you would call a moving roadblock as Marini goes around the outside, and there comes Alex Marquez shoving the Italian wide, and here comes Alex Rins. He's trying to get on board with one of his compatriots and then the Italian. Now he gets through on me and the Brit. Can we fight back? We can on Rins, but I think it's too much to ask to get past Marini, is it? Up on the inside, bit of nudging. Not, yeah, we can't, we don't have the power. Even with the third power option, we cannot compete with these guys. And we are currently 3 seconds behind Bastianini per lap. 3 seconds. The AI at 120% difficulty here in the German GP are on another level. Look at them off the track. Oh my god, the voice crack was worth it for that. They were off the track then. Look at him, look, he's like, he didn't see that. We definitely did. It still didn't slow him down. Nothing slows the AI down in this game. Maybe some good old argy-bargy giving him the big don't argue helps, but right now, I suspect Alex Rins is going to be right on our tail here. Keep on the power, and hopefully Rins does not. Oh, there he is. Here comes the LCR Castrol Honda man. Yamaha bound next season, of course. Actually, we're able to gain a little bit of time here, so we might actually improve our lap time as Rins has the inside line. Bit of a nudge from the COTA winner in real life, but good entry as Frankie Morbidelli gave me a nudge. And across the line, we do set our first lap of the race. This is a 1:19.168. So reducing the lap time difference to Bastianini by 2.5. Yes, great. It's not going particularly well. But anyway, there is Alex Marquez and there is Luca Marini. Luca going for the wider line as Marquez picks it up temporarily. Still not bad for terms of pace, but I'm quite certain that I did a video a while ago titled Pushing Like Marc Marquez, and that was at this very circuit with the Repsol Honda, and I'm pretty certain that was a 1:18 I was doing comfortably. I'm not sure, but I think that's what the case was. I think I got into the 1:17s a few times as well, but don't quote me on that because I'm not 100% certain. But I know I was capable of doing better lap times. Maybe I'm just struggling with the RC16, maybe it's the lack of power, who knows, but it's a combination of a disastrous race for me. But we'll get back up the inside of the LCR man. Bit of contact as he goes the long way around. Yeah, we can't do that. We can't do that with us suffering with the gyroscopic feel of the bike lifting up to a neutral position. It isn't possible for us, but look at this, it's going bad to worse, isn't it? There goes Brad Binder. He's been on the floor in this one, and he's now ahead of us. Oh, back up at the inside of Brad, but I don't think I can get it stopped ahead of Morbidelli. Almost clipping the rear of Rins, but I gotta say, that was a good effort to regain some position. So the only good spot for us is turn 1. Well, not that bad going into the waterfall section, I guess. It's, oh, Morbidelli. Lord almighty, that's another big contact. Deary me. It's a lot of elbows out in this one. As Alex Rins, does he go for the wide outside line? He certainly does. Look at that wide outside off the track line. That seems to be working. I must have to employ that myself, see if it works. But now into the left-hander. This is turn 8. Get onto the power and hopefully we can keep this position, but I very much doubt it. Where's Frankie going to go? He's already down the right-hander. Here comes the Yamaha man. Oh, I was going to allow him to have the space, but I thought, why not? Let me try and hold on to this one, if you don't mind. Deep into the left-hand side for the Saxon curve. Here comes Franco. Oh, a bit of a wheelie, and he's still faster on the acceleration than us. I'm not confident enough to go around the outside there. I'm going to try and get the cut back. I need every bit of power. Rins has gone down. Oh, where's the bike? Oh, Alex Rins is down. That's not bad for us because it keeps us within a chance of getting some credits, let's say, some reputation increase. Franco, bloody hell. And now Brad Binder and I making more contact. We're going to get sandwiched here. 3 of us going into turn 2. Binder goes the long way around. He's not going to beat me, is he? I think he will. I'll try and sneak over the inside. I'm trying to use him as a bit of a balance around the outside. No, that's not going to happen now. Yeah, Binder's done us. So we might not be getting any points. And I think the reason why Binder was down was probably due to me being very aggressive at the beginning of this race, which I have no remorse. I don't care about the aggression to the AI because, quite frankly, we are such at a disadvantage that I just don't think it's fair for us anyway. There's no reason for us to try and make it even more fair than them because clearly it's not fair for us regardless. And look at the difference he's made. That's a whole second already in one sector. Ridiculous. We are tremendously slow here. Let me know in the comment section down below if you've experienced this track yourself. Has the AI been this brutal for you? Or is it just me not being very good? It could be, so we never know, but I'm pretty certain the AI are just unbelievable in this one. And there is Aleix Espargaro. He hit the ejector seat going out of the Queckenberg earlier. Is he going to get us this time? Around the outside? Yeah, of course he is. Look at that. That's ridiculous. We don't stand a chance. Oh well. Where did we finish in the end? I think 12th, 13th, something like that. 14th. Oh well. So no points on offer for us. Teammate sorry, I don't know why I keep saying Nakagami, but Nakagami didn't get any points. And teammate Paul, he also didn't get any points. So I'm not going to bother checking the standings. Let's just move on to the race. So unfortunately we're still here, and unfortunately we're still starting from the back of the grid. So I'm just going to go for it, see what happens. If we crash, who cares? I've got nothing to lose now. Binder's way ahead of us, and he's definitely going to be winning this particular bout of a challenge. I'm sure we'll have another chance. That's... Oh, no. Oh, I was hoping... Oh, my God. One of the... was it Bears who got whacked? I know it was Luca Marini. In that case, I have no remorse because he hit me pretty hard in that previous race. But that was a very aggressive start, and we're up to 9th. AI seems a bit slower. Can we hold on? Get through on Miller? Not possible. We could be a little bit better than we did in the sprint as it stands. We're up on the inside of Martin as he gets punted. And then into the left-hand side. So we're going to get a best of 7th to start this race. And coincidentally, that would put us -2 points behind Binder. So we've actually gained 3 points on Brad. Not bad. We've actually gained 4 points on Brad. But to look at this bigger picture, though, we're going to have to soon drop down to Power Steering 2. I'm off the circuit there. And that means we need to hold on to this position for 14 more laps with a reduced power option against the 120% difficulty AI when they pull moves like you're about to see from Jorge Martin around the outside. Oh no, actually I was lucky. I expect him to pull what Aleix Espargaro did to me in the end of the sprint just a moment ago. But onto the brakes we now go into turn 1. What the hell? I wasn't expecting to see Martin there. I knew he had the inside line, but I wasn't expecting that. Very, very tight to the apex was Martin for that aggressive lunge. And now into the right-hander for the Castrol and Mega corner. Moving over to the right and back into the left. Oh, he's close again. Martin is still closing in. Actually, no, that's Johan Zarco this time around. Recognise the Furigan leathers. Oh, big wheelie from the Frenchman. Try and back up the inside. I'm desperate to hold on to this position. They seem a little bit slower in this in the feature race rather than the sprint. At this point, they were already miles ahead, but I think I've been able to hold them back for a little bit longer. We're still into the top 10, so that's 5 points to our name. Keeps us in the hunt for a possible top 10 championship finish. For now, hard on the power, off the circuit again. And then there's Betzeki, Zarco, and his Prima Prama teammate pulling away. I can't compete with them, guys, I'm sorry. I've tried. I'm still in Power Steering 3 as well, so we've not even reduced the power yet as Rins comes diving on through. Could have had a top 10 finish, or close enough to, in the sprint before he also hit the ejector seat. And Bassini's already into the 116s. Good Lord Almighty. Into the right-hander for turn 1. There is Alex Rins. Can we go up on the inside here? Not quite close enough. Aleix Espargaro's behind me. Oh, and there's Brad Binder. No doubt he'll soon be getting past me. Look at the Prima Prama Ducati boys infighting into the left-hander there. And now that's definitely Martin going around the outside. It's reminiscent of his real-life self, going quite aggressive around the outside of riders. And look at them all bunching up. I'm desperate to get back into this fight. Let me get involved. I love a good old scrap. But it's too far for me. Very tight to the apex there for turn 8. I did crash there in the practice, as a matter of fact. Pretty heavy one as well, actually. He touched the apex there and it's good night Vienna. I think I've left the door open for Espargaro. Yeah, I have. He's coming through. Can you tow me with them, please? Aleix, come back. What I need is some sort of lead. Throw it onto Aleix and then hopefully I can hold on for the rest of the Grand Prix, but no, it's not going to happen. And look at the acceleration on Binder's KTM. I'm deep into Queckenberg. Binder's... He didn't go through, actually. I'm surprised. I thought he would go for that lunge. Across the line, we have improved our lap time. But he will be there somewhere. So 3 points to our name as it stands. Binder's only going to get... Wait, where is Binder? Because that's Joan Mir now behind me. Something has happened to Brad. I don't know what exactly, but I didn't see any yellow flags, so I don't think he's gone down. But the question is, I still need to get 5 points, and can we do that? I don't think we can. We have to finish in 10th for that. We would hope that a couple of rides would crash in the foreground, but I can't see that happening. But then again, Martin and Zarco are right at each other's throats right now. Look at them both. Was it Martin? It was one. I think it was both the Pramac Ducati guys, but to be fair, they're a bit of a blur in the distance now, unfortunately, so I can't really see. So, unfortunately, no. I can't really show you much, but what I can show you is the subscribe button on the right side of the screen. So, guys, if you are enjoying the content, be sure to hit the subscribe button. I'm very close to 4K rather, 10K subscribers, and I would really appreciate the assistance, if you didn't mind, to help me out to reach that goal. I'm hoping to get there before Christmas, so I would really appreciate it. But of course, the important part is that only if you enjoy the content, 'cause if you don't, then there's no point. But anyway, here comes Joan Mir. He's alongside us. We go side by side into turn 1. Bit of contact with the Repsol Honda man, but we hold our own and we stay in 12th position. Not bad so far, but we are yet to drop down to Power Setting 2. I'm not sure how much time we will lose with Power Setting 2. I don't think it'll be much, but I just don't want to take any chances. I don't want to drop it down now and just lose any chance we've got. I made a big mistake there. Joan Mir, I think he might... Oh, that's really tight to the apex again. Where's Joan Mir? I don't want to make contact. I flinched then. I knew he was going to come around the outside because I made such a mess of that left-hander. And there he goes. And there goes Alex Marquez. He's going the long way around. Gesticulation from the Spaniard. There's more contacts made between the pair of them. Good lord. Ducati and Gasgas fighting here in the early stages of this race. He's going to have me going into the right-hander though. And we have the inside line. And he goes, oh my god, big wheelie out of nowhere. I've never seen that happen before. And back onto the power. There goes the Ducati. Probably the last we'll see of the Gresini Ducati man if I can't get through going into the Queckenberg. Oh, no chance. Absolutely no chance at all. Into the left-hander, bring on the power. Ride height device engaged. It's, oh, come on. It's just ridiculous. We just lose a tremendous amount of time. I'm stuck on Binder here. Oh, we're kicking off here. That's blatantly my fault for bumping into him. I don't know why my rider's upset. Oh, and Brad Binder through the inside line where there was no gap. He made it so. I think our relationship is coming to an end with Brad Binder, by the way. I don't think we could stay buddies for much longer because, well, I made a lot of contact with Jack Miller in the last one, and I think our great relationship's gone down to neutral. And I think the contact with Binder's probably going to send us down to negative, so yeah, that's really bad for our upgrades, which will happen after Assen, if I'm not mistaken, and that'll be the Silverstone test, as Brad Binder has pulled out 6 points. It is a damn shame that, because considering we are on the RC16 as well, but we're, oh my god, Morbidelli again, isn't it? Yeah, of course. Oh, I can't look behind me, it's done that glitch. When I press the right stick in, it doesn't do anything. Oh, I can't see behind me. That's so annoying. Not like it's going to change anything as we dive up the inside of Raul Fernandez. Nicely done. But as I was saying, for the Satellite Tech 3 KTM team, effectively, we're doing a stellar job to be within 7 points of Brad Binder. To consider this as a loss is a damn shame. It's really, really a shame because we've tried so hard. As we now go late on the brakes, I'm going to hit Raul Fernandez here, I think. No, I was able to get it stopped. But yeah, that's been a real shame to to still consider this as a loss, even though we've beaten Brad Binder in the sprint. We're the only rider so far for any KTM-style team to actually have a podium. So I think we've done really well, and we've had two of them, of course. One in Circuit of the Americas, and then the other in Le Mans Sprint. Just haven't had a featured race podium yet. That's a bigger ask, isn't it? But we'll get there. We'll definitely get there. And I'm still sticking with 120% difficulty AI. I know it might seem a bit ridiculous as I make contact with the Oliveira again going into the left-hand side. But honestly, I think it'll be more rewarding when we do get that podium in the featured race. When we do finally get the sprint victory, for example, it's going to be immense. And that is what we play for. Those rewards, excitement, and the steady progression in this championship. Because, of course, we are a rookie. We must remember that. We're a rookie on the gas, which is obviously not many riders enjoy riding the KTM unless you're Brad Binder or Jack Miller. Then again, Paul Espargaro does. Maybe I'm just waffling now. Across the line, we still lost a bit of time. Actually, no, we got back into 119s there. Good to see. But Takaki Nakagami goes up on the inside, and I can't get it stopped into turn 1. He will have that inside line, big contact. Yeah, this is it. Oh, Paul Espargaro made contact with us now. This is it. They have that superior handling to stay on the track or stay in the middle of the circuit when they get hit. And the player just seems to get bounced around them. Not ideal. But yeah, I think my point I was trying to make before I got commentary interrupted was the fact that it's not an easy bike to ride. We are rookies. This team is dead last. Bottom of the pile considering team performance. And we went worse, as a matter of fact, after the test. You may have seen that post recently on my YouTube channel in the community section, where I showed you we're dead last. We are 100% dead last for team performance, and not by a little bit, by a lot. We don't stand a chance of having a good result now. And here comes Paul, back up the inside of my teammate. It's a shame that Paul won't be in MotoGP next season. Well, he will technically buy a wildcard test rider role. But it'd be nice to see Paul get back up to full fitness and see if he can compete like he used to be able to do on board the RC16. But anyway, across the line, and we are now dead last. So we have 7 laps of riding at the back of the grid as we do try to side up at the inside of Fabio Di Gianantonio. Digi's still not acquired a single point yet, and same can be said for Takaki Nakagami. They're the only 2 riders who haven't. On the inside of Digia, he will have the line. That's it. I think that's our last opportunity of an overtake in today's video. So, the plan is to stick around, hopefully. I hope you don't find this part boring. But I'm going to give it my best shot now just to try and be as consistent as possible with the second power option. I'm going to maybe save a bit of power saving 3 for a final push, but I don't think we'll be able to use it now as the fuel looks to be evening out, balancing out, if you will. And we're a 10 seconds slower on this lap. Not bad considering I tried to launch up on the inside of Digia. But I'm actually trying so hard now just to stay with him. I decided to go for the soft rear as well. Thought that'd be a good choice, but I can see it's beginning to struggle, especially on the left-hand side. Of course, a left-hand circuit as this one, very, very heavy on the left-hand side of the circuit, of the tyre. 9 lefts to 4 right-handers, I believe it is, or maybe 9 lefts and 3 right-handers, I don't remember. I think it's 9 and 4, because it's 13 corners, yes, that would make sense. But into the 119s again, 0.4 of a second slower than lap 7, so we're not that far away. Made a bit of a mishap into turn 1, so getting into the 119s again could be difficult, but I don't think we'll improve on the 19.4 that we set, what, lap 2? Was that lap 3? Very early on. In the early stages, that's when we had slipstream available as well. And that gap to Digia, 3.3 seconds in the first split. Going into the second split, it could be worse. And you can quite clearly see where we lose the time. Mid-corner speed, where we have to reduce acceleration, otherwise the bike sits up. Corner exit, again, we have to be so careful because the bike will sit up. And then on the straights where we just lose so much. Wow, God Lord Almighty, I was not paying attention then. That little bit of a jump on the bike there when I downshifted was a panic motion there to keep my composure. I didn't. I failed miserably. But into the Saxon curve on my lonesome. We go into the Queckenberg. A whole second slower than the best lap earlier on, so this would put me back into the 20s. 124 is likely to be 126, so yeah, bit of a shocker to say the least. Rear tyre's getting quite warm now as well. Now, out of all the corners, I do tend to downshift a lot. I mentioned this quite a few times now in the videos I've been making, and I still think I do it too much, but it feels right to do with the RC16. I know it's probably not right, but it just feels like it is. But the only corner I don't feel confident in doing that is the Queckenberg corner, because I think if I downshift there, it's just going to be too loose, and I think then I'm going to lose the front. I don't think I'll try it in today's video because I don't want to end in a crash. It seems like a cop-out. I want to try and be competitive enough to at least finish last and improve the lap times. At least it's something to talk about. Well, just crashing and ending the video is not the way I want to do it here today. We go into turn 10, nice and tight to the apex again. Back over to the right, 0.8 of a second we will be losing, so we're back into the 120s again. But it should be the lower echelon of the 120s. Into the Saxon curve, as my commentary lines are beginning to run out. There's just really not much for me to talk about. It's difficult, it really is. It's hard for me to swallow, it really is, because I don't want the content to be boring, and looking at that P22, 4 laps to go, I am cautious and concerned that you guys may not enjoy watching me riding at the back and just desperately bashing my head against the wall. That is the early stages of insanity. Doing things over and over again, expecting things to change. I mean, there is a reason. There is an absolute reason for this. And back to the positivity side, we will not let negativity take us over. The positive side is every lap, every second on the circuit, every time spent with the controller, every time spent learning the tyres is time for improvement. And that is exactly what you've got to keep on doing. So if we do want to be successful here in the 120% difficulty, we've got to keep on pushing. We've got to keep on grinding it out, keep on churning out those lap times. I'm doing as much as I can in the practice and the qualifying, even when I know it's impossible and I'm not going to do well. We've got to keep on churning it out, because there's a few times this season where I have, and things have worked out well. A couple of noticeable ones for me, or noticeable moments, is the Circuit of the Americas sprint race. I almost gave up qualifying in that one. I was like 18th, and then towards a last push right at the end of the qualifying, I was within 0.4 of getting into the top spot. And in fact, before that, I think it was just a 10th to get into Q2. So it was really possible for us to do well there, and ultimately we did get a decent qualifying from 14th and actually end up getting a sprint podium. In the Jerez Grand Prix, something has happened to Paul Espargaro, I think, because he's now up down to 21st. Not like that really matters, but just thought I'd mention it. And then of course Jerez, where I pushed so hard and got into Q2. And after that point, it didn't even matter what lap time I did. The fact I got to Q2 was a victory in itself. But then we qualified in the second row, started from 6th, then we had a great race and finished in 7th in both the sprint and the race. And that was one of my favourite races this season. I was consistent every single lap, just giving it everything I've got to keep the AI honest. And I did my best and I enjoyed it. And that is the reason why now, and this reason why for this rant, and this reason why for this motivational speech to the aces, is why we don't stop and why we don't give up. We've got to keep on pushing, because every moment counts and every moment will get us to the promised land where we'll be fighting for a MotoGP World Championship in my MotoGP 23 career mode. Rest assured, you heard it here first, it will happen. But back to the action then. We're lap 2 away from... Oh my god, I should have been paying attention. Almost crashed into the wall there. That would have been... Can you imagine? The whole 300 speech motivating the aces, and then I crash into the wall on the straight. That would be awful. That would be absolutely abysmal. Now, I did drop down to power setting 1, I believe. I can't remember now. I've been flicking through so many different things. And I believe that was the slowest lap in a while with power setting 1. So we won't use that. I think we can stay on the second power option now. Oh my goodness. We were off the circuit, but we held on. And for the first time this season, I've seen that Pecco Bagnaia may not finish on the podium, but he's back on it now. But he wasn't earlier. And it's Bastiani Vinales and Pecco Bagnaia, but I think this has been a shocking lap, by the way. Well, I think this has been the first win for the Beast. Did he win the last one in Le Mans? To be honest with you, I don't really remember. I think he did. I was so disappointed with the way Le Mans race ended. It was so bad. The sprint was amazing, and then the wet weather came and it was just a disaster. So, yeah, easy to forget about that one. On into the left-hand side. This is the final lap of the German GP. There's nothing to get excited about, but I'm pumping up the crowd because this is the last time we'll see the Sachsenring this season. And I've got to say, I like the track, I like the place, I like the country, but the AI in this game are just too hard. And it's killing my momentum. It's killing the motivation. It hurts to finish so far behind. It hurts to suck. I've got to improve. Got to improve. We will improve. And to finish this is finishing in adversity. That's when we don't give up, when adversity is its strongest. On into the left-hand side. We'll go as we bring on the power. Yep, off the circuit again. That's that's the heart. The heart's not in it in this circuit anymore. It's been crazy. And by the way, this is all in jest, by the way. I mean, there's probably some people are going to think, you absolute idiot, this is a computer game and you're motivating. But hey, this is how I do things on the channel. This is good fun. It's all in good fun. It's all in good spirits. And I'm having a great time. And somehow, I actually enjoy this. And I forgot about that. I can't look behind me, can I? Not like anyone's coming behind. But I would give way to any of the riders if they were about to lap me. But this is it. The final corner of the Sachsenring has been completed. And the only man with motivation is that man waving the flag. Look at that motion. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. The Beast wins here in Germany. And we are all the way down. Oh, and Brad Binder finished in the points, so he took 2 points away from me. And we are 56 seconds behind. 3 seconds behind my teammate Paul Espargaro's fastest lap time. So yeah, that's a shocker. Maverick moves up to 3rd. Great result for him. And the rest of the championship looks to be the same, unless... Okay, 12th place, yeah. Looks about the same. So guys, thank you very much for watching the video. I will leave you with the Constructors' Championship and the Teams' Championship because I have nothing else to add to the content of this video. So guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. If you made it this far, I do really appreciate that. And if you subscribed, I appreciate it even more. But like the video as well, and I'll be even happier. So guys, you know what to do. Thanks for watching. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.